Okay, today on the bench we've got the battery-operated Lunar Transport. This is from around 1970. This particular version was made in Japan. It's a Masudaya type toy. And it's on a wired remote. The remote takes 3 D-cells. So you can see it's a very big remote. But it allows you to go forward, backward, turn a little bit to the right or the left, or a lot. You can turn right, left, and forward and reverse, in other words. So you got all those different controls. This is one of those living hinge type designs, meaning the whole thing is just bending plastic. And it's only good for so many bends until the plastic hinge breaks. And this side's a snap. Got a metal box there. It's a 3-conductor wire. So basically you have 2 motors inside the unit. One motor controls each of the tank treads. There's a clicker on one of the sides. I think it was on the left side. We'll check that here in a minute. You've got 2 lights in the front. They both flash on and off at the same time with the clicker, so the clicker is the flasher. And there's also a light for these gears. Stay there. And since this was sent to me for repair, I have no idea whether the owner has the antenna that's supposed to be on there. But as you can see on the box art, there's an antenna. And let me drag you over here for a minute. Here you can see on the Alphadrome website what the toy looks like with that antenna style. No idea whether that's the original antenna or not. So I thought we'd do a couple of things. It came with the normal problems. Need to clean the contacts in the remote to get the switches working. Needed to spray cleaner into the motors to get the brushes and the motors working. But then the biggest problem, and I got them in this little bag here, was the main drive gear for one of the sides. If this will focus, as you can see, maybe you can see how a lot of the teeth are missing. One, they're very fine teeth, and these, the ones that aren't missing, are bent at a bad angle. Basically, it looks like some kid tried to turn the treads by hand, and this is the gear that drives. Each one of the sides has one of these gears, and only the one of them was destroyed. But this isn't a standard size gear. It's about 32 millimeters, and it has 62 teeth on it, or 63, depending on how many times you feel like counting it. So I ended up designing one and printing it on the new Bamboo Labs A1 printer there. And you can see one change that I made is how much thicker I made it. Beefed it up. This is printed in PLA, which is fairly tough, so I'm hoping it'll hold up. But the quality turned out quite well. I can't tell if it's focusing, but I think it is. And so that got it working. Now, I could show you on the inside where that goes, but should I do that first? Yeah, why not? Because I haven't bent the tabs over on the metal part. That little part that the spacemen are sitting in, that's metal, and those tabs are still straight. I did that so that we could get into this real easily in case you wanted to take a peek. There's just 2 screws that hold the clear top on, so we can get clear top out of the way. There was another version of this toy that was made in Greece. It has a slightly different top and the guy's facing a different direction, and the drive for the whole thing, it wasn't remote. The batteries are in the unit, so it's kind of the same and yet completely different. So then this gear slides off. This shaft is square, so this drives it, and that makes all these other gears spin. And there's a little teeny light bulb right there. And you can see this just comes off then. And that gets you into the inside. You got your two lights there, and they're both wired together, like I said. Clicker mechanism. See if we can get this light to turn on. There we go. The clicker mechanism is down there, but that's also the light flasher. And the clicker is only connected to one side. In this case, it would be the left side. I was right. The left side gear drives the clicker. And the gray gear that I had to replace is the one down in there. As you can see, the one over on this side, the white one, is still in good shape. So let's put this thing back together. And then these tabs, I'm just going to bend them over. You can see they even articulated it a little bit. And you fit this gear in until it meshes up with all the other gears. Get the canopy. And only one side drives the radar spinner too. We should have looked while I had it apart, because I don't remember whether that's the left or the right side. It's probably the opposite. So if the clicker's on the left, then the antenna spinner is probably on the right. But we can check that. So we have the remote, and we'll turn it on and we'll watch. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's take a look at it before we put it on the floor. I gotta hold it where my hands won't be in there. So that's with everything running forward. Now let's just try left, huh? Okay, so no clicker, and I don't see the antenna thing turning. Nope, so the clicker and the antenna turning all happen on the left side. Alright, we're going to have to go to the floor to experience the toy. So, everybody hang on. I'm swiveling you around here. Bear in mind that I actually can't see what the camera is looking at right now. Okay, so I kind of got the remote in the picture and got that, so let's go forward. Oops, I didn't go forward. And we can go backward. And let's turn. Now we can go forward again. Or we can turn and back. We can turn and back the other way, or we can just back. Or we can turn that way. So, minus the antenna on top, you're seeing the toy operate.